All right, let's talk about something that's a huge deal for any homeowner: hiring a contractor. How do you find someone you can actually trust with your biggest investment? That's what we're breaking down today. Let's get right into it. So you're facing a major home repair. Maybe a big storm just came through and did a number on your siding, or that old roof is finally giving up. You know, it's a situation pretty much every homeowner finds themselves in eventually. You need a pro, and you need one now. And you know, if you live somewhere like Duluth, Minnesota, the stakes get so much higher. I mean, we're talking about brutal winters, winds that just howl off Lake Superior, and some really nasty hailstorms. In a place like that, a repair isn't just about making things look pretty. It's literally about protecting your home from the elements. So here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll look at the challenge homeowners face. Then we'll cover the big red flags to watch out for. After that, we've got a vetting checklist for you, what to do before you sign anything, and finally, how to hire with complete confidence. Okay, Section 1, a homeowner's challenge. Let's really get to the heart of it. Your home, it's not just four walls and a roof, right? It's your shield. It's what keeps you and your family safe when the weather turns nasty. So when that shield gets damaged, say after a big storm, the pressure is on. Suddenly, you have to find someone to fix your roof, or your siding, or your windows. And the person you pick, they're literally holding the safety and the value of your biggest investment in their hands. It's a huge decision. There's really no room for error. So, how do you make sure you don't pick the wrong person? Well, it all starts with spotting the warning signs. And we're not just guessing here. We're going to look at the official red flags straight from the Minnesota Department of Labor and Industry. This is your first line of defense. Okay, listen up because these are important. If a contractor rolls up in a beat-up, unmarked van, red flag. If they use super high-pressure tactics trying to get you to sign on the spot, red flag. If they just knock on your door out of the blue, big red flag. And here's a huge one. If they offer to pay your insurance deductible, which, by the way, is totally illegal in Minnesota, or if they get cagey about giving you a license number or a real street address, you need to walk away. Seriously, if your gut is telling you something's off, listen to it. And you really need to watch out for this next one. It's a classic, sneaky tactic. A salesperson might say, "Hey, just sign this quick authorization form so I can talk to your insurance company for you." Sounds helpful, right? Wrong. That authorization form is almost always a rock-solid formal contract. You sign that, you could be locked in. Trying to get out of it could cost you a fortune, so read everything. Okay, so you've learned how to spot the bad guys. Now what? Now you go on the offensive. You take control with a simple, step-by-step vetting checklist. And again, this is the official guide right from the state of Minnesota, designed to protect you. It's just 5 simple steps. First, ask for their state license number. Easy enough. Step 2, and don't skip this, verify that license. You can hop online or call to do it. Third, while you're at it, see if they have any disciplinary actions against them. Fourth, get a real physical business address in Minnesota, not some P.O. box. And last but not least, ask for references. And here's a pro tip, do a quick search for their business name in the state court records. See if they're constantly in legal trouble. So what does a legit company look like? Well, here's a perfect example. This is real information for a company in Duluth. See that? A physical address you can drive to. They've been in business for over 50 years. And boom, right there, their Minnesota license number, clear as day. This is the transparency you're looking for. No secrets, no games. Okay, lean in for this one because it is so important. Not all contractors are created equal in the eyes of the state. You have licensed contractors. Their numbers start with BC, CR, or RR. These are the folks who've passed exams, proved they have insurance, and have to keep up with their education. Then you have registered contractors with an IR number. That's basically just them putting their name on a list. They don't have to prove insurance, and crucially, they don't give you access to the state's big safety net. So what is this safety net I'm talking about? It's called the Contractor Recovery Fund. Think of it like this. If you hire a licensed contractor and they totally botch the job or take your money and run, this state fund can actually compensate you for your financial loss. But, and this is the key, if you hire someone who is only registered, you get zero access to that fund. You're on your own. So the takeaway here is simple. Always insist on a licensed contractor. All right, you've done your homework, you found a licensed, reputable contractor you feel good about. You're almost there. But now comes the final critical step before a single nail is hammered, the contract. You've got to think of this document as the absolute blueprint for your project. Whatever you do, do not sign a vague one-page contract. A proper contract must include a few things. It needs a detailed summary of all the work. It needs to describe the exact materials being used, not just shingles, but which shingles. It has to have the total price, or at least how it will be calculated, and a clear payment schedule. It needs timelines, and this part is non-negotiable. A clause that says any and all changes have to be in writing and approved by you. That little sentence is what saves you from those surprise bills at the end. And here's one more piece of protection for you. Just remember the number 3. Why 3? Because if a contractor comes to you first, they knock on your door after a storm, you legally have 3 business days to cancel any contract you sign with them. No questions asked. It's your built-in oops button, a cooling off period in case you get buyer's remorse. Okay, let's pull all this together. I know it can feel like a really stressful and risky thing, hiring someone to work on your home. But if you follow these steps, you can turn all that anxiety into confidence and end up with a project you're actually happy with. So if you walk away with just a few things today, make it these 4. First, verify. Always check that license number. Make sure it's a BC, CR, or RR. Second, question. Don't fall for high-pressure sales pitches or vague promises. Third, read. Seriously, never sign an authorization form or a contract you haven't read and understood completely. And finally, document. Insist on a detailed, written contract for absolutely everything. Look, this isn't just about trying to avoid a headache. This is about being proactive and protecting what is probably your biggest financial asset, your home. When you follow these official steps, you're not just hoping for the best. You're ensuring you get the job done right and can actually sleep at night. So the question is your home's future in the right hands? The next time you're staring down a big repair, you'll know exactly what to do to answer that question with a confident yes.